When you spend a few $100 on a budget 4K TV and end up squinting at washed-out colors, the regret hits hard. I've seen enough friends bring home cheap panels that look great on paper, but turn their living room into a dim, flat-screen disappointment. That's why I wanted to see if Sony's 65-inch IMAX enhanced Bravia OLED feels like a smarter buy, or if it's just another pricey hype machine. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The first thing that made me pause was the bundle itself. A 65-inch OLED TV, a fixed mount that handles screens from 43 to 90 inches, and a screen cleaner kit that claims to clean without dripping. It's an all-in-one offering that tries to solve three common headaches at one: size, mounting, and maintenance. The question is whether you actually need all three, and whether the TV lives up to the IMAX enhanced badge that Sony is throwing around. Let's start with the category. OLED TVs have become the go-to for anyone who values deep blacks and punchy contrast, especially in dark rooms. The pure black branding isn't just marketing fluff. OLED pixels turn off completely, which gives you that inky black you only see in a cinema. In a practical sense, that means you can watch a thriller at midnight without the background glare stealing the mood, and you can still see detail in a bright sports broadcast without the picture looking washed out. For a family that watches movies, series, and occasional gaming sessions, that contrast boost is noticeable the moment you switch from a standard LCD to this panel. The IMAX enhanced processing is another selling point. Sony claims the TV is calibrated to the IMAX reference standards, so you should see wider color gamut and more accurate luminance. In my own living room test playing a recent blockbuster that's been mastered for IMAX, I could see the sky's gradient shift more naturally, and the explosions retained detail in both highlights and shadows. It's not a magical transformation that makes every scene look like a theater, but it does add a subtle richness that cheaper OLEDs often miss because they skip the extra tone mapping step. Now, let's talk about the practical side of owning a 65-inch screen. The weight rating of 175 pounds is something you don't hear about every day, but it matters when you're mounting the thing yourself. The included fixed mount is robust enough to hold the TV without wobble, and because it's designed for a range of sizes, it fits snugly without the need for extra shims or custom brackets. The downside? The mount is fixed, so you lose the tilt or full motion flexibility you'd get from a premium articulating arm. If your couch is low to the floor, or you like to watch from multiple spots in the room, you'll have to compromise on viewing angle. The screen cleaner kit is a surprising addition. Most people think a microfiber cloth will do, but the kit's solution claims to clean without dripping, which can be a lifesaver if you're nervous about liquids near the delicate OLED panel. In real use, a quick swipe with the provided cloth and a mist from the bottle leaves the screen free of fingerprints without any visible streaks. It's a small convenience, but for a TV that's a centerpiece in your home, keeping it spotless without fear of damage is worth the extra items in the box. Who should buy this? If you're a cinephile who already knows the difference between OLED and LED, and you spend a lot of time in a dim or dark environment, this TV will reward you. Gamers who value low input lag will also appreciate the fast response time of OLED, and the Google TV platform gives you a built-in voice assistant and a decent app library, so you don't need an extra streaming stick. Households with kids who watch a mix of animated shows, documentaries, and occasional sports will benefit from the strong contrast and color accuracy, especially when the TV is used as a shared entertainment hub. Who should skip it? First, anyone who lives in a bright, sunlit room where a glare-resistant LCD with higher peak brightness might be more practical. OLED can suffer from temporary burn-in if you leave static logos on the screen for hours every day, and while Sony's panel includes pixel shifting technology, it's still something to consider if you use the TV as a dedicated news ticker or scoreboard. Second, if you're a minimalist who prefers a sleek wall mount that lets you tilt or extend the screen, the fixed mount could feel limiting. Lastly, if your budget is tight and you can comfortably stretch a few $100s for a smaller OLED or a high-end LCD, the extra size and bundled accessories might not justify the cost. On the strength side, the picture quality is undeniably the star. The pure black OLED contrast and IMAX enhanced processing deliver a viewing experience that feels cinematic without any artificial post-processing. The Google TV interface is intuitive. You can search across Netflix, Prime, Disney+, and YouTube with a single voice command, and the built-in Chromecast lets you throw content from your phone without